Hides your human form in any hunting situation. With God's Country Camouflage, you can wear your faith on your sleeve.
This site here looks like they have a mix of annual weeds, some foxtail, a little bit of brome grass, maybe some fescue. Most of those would kill pretty easy with that solution. And like Mike talked about earlier, it's good to really have an understanding of when those plants are growing so that you do get a good kill.
What we're doing here is we're loading up the seed in our Great Plains drill. It's September, so we're going to be planting a fall food plot right now. What we've got here, we're going to be doing a mixture, which seems to work real well in the fall when we do a mixture. That way, if you get less than favorable conditions for one species, the other one might do real well. So we're planting a mixture today of some rye grain, some winter wheat, and then a combination of some brassicas to include some sugar beets. So this has been a real successful combination for us in a lot of areas, and we've got a real nice day for it. So after we get it in the ground, we just pray for some rain.
We'll put this on seed, and they're going to go in the small seed box in the Great Plains drill, where we put the clover and the alfalfa.
I know the sugar beets have been a real popular thing up in the Dakotas. I've read about that, and this will be an interesting experiment to see how the sugar beets do for you out here. We quite honestly have not planted a lot of sugar beets, so we're going to be learning from this as well. So we're glad we got the opportunity to do this. The Great Plains drill, you'll notice there's 3 distinct sections of this drill. The back section here, this smaller box, is what's called the small seed box. And what we use this box for is anytime we're planting any type of real small seed like clover, alfalfa, turnips, anything like that that's got a real small seed component, it drops down these tubes, and the coulters and the cutting wheels up front create a disturbance to the soil, and as the seed passes down through these tubes, the packing wheels pushes it down into the soil and gives it that good seed to soil contact that it needs. That's what the small seed box is for. And if you take a look at this mixture that we got on the sugar beets, you can see it's a pretty small seed. And you want to make sure with small seed, especially, the biggest problem you're going to have with small seed is that it gets planted too deep. It's one of the biggest problems. We found the better seed to soil contact you get, the better. Big problem you've got, you get it too deep, it's not going to germinate at all. And then moving forward on the drill, the next box is our native grass attachment that we've got. That has a specialty agitator inside of it, and what it does, the fluffy native grass seeds like the big blue stem, Indian grass, things like that, those agitators have to keep moving it around so it gets fed properly down through these tubes dropping out of the native grass attachment. We've done hundreds and hundreds of acres of native grass planting with this, and this drill works absolutely phenomenal for that. It's worked really well for us. That's an expensive attachment, but it does a really good job. And then moving on forward, the next box up front, that's your large seeds box. And you use that one anytime you're planting any type of large seed like the rye grain, the wheat, soybeans, milo, sorghum, anything like that. That's what we use that box for. That's where you're going to get your deepest planting depth up front, because it drops right down between the cutting wheels where there's a big furrow created, and it puts that seed just about exactly where you need it. And then we control the depth of this drill a couple different ways. There's a wheel up front that gives us the ability to control the depth of the drill. You can see there's a bolt and a spindle in there that holds that wheel in there. We can adjust the depth based on where we put that spindle, on which one of those holes there. That gives us some depth control. And then we fine-tune the depth not only with our 3-point hitch, but also with the packing wheels in the back. We get some adjustment on the planting depth Get some of these seed bags out of the way. We're able to adjust the planting depth with these packing wheels in the back. It'll only allow the drill to settle down so far. So that's that's kind of the quick over on the no-till drill that we really like. It's been worked just great for us. Okay, Rich is starting to plant the food plot now. We're once again using the drill. The reason we use the drill is it allows us to accomplish everything in one pass. We're preparing the ground, we're putting the seed in the ground, and then we're packing the dirt back on top of the seed in one pass this way. Of course, being in an agricultural state like Iowa, people are used to seeing the farm fields being prepared with a plow, a disc, a chisel plow, something like that. But this allows us to do everything when the conditions are favorably, immediately. When we have the right conditions, we can come in and get it done this way. Take a look here what the drill does after just one pass. You can see we went from a field that had been undisturbed before to basically looking pretty much like a farm field that you would see. And this is just with one pass from that Great Plains drill. Like we talked about before, you can see the orange colored seed on the top of the dirt right there. That's the sugar beet seed, and because that's a smaller seed, we've got it on the top. The next time we get a good rain on that, it's going to pound it right down into the dirt. The packing wheels where the seeds have fallen into the furrows that have been cut have been pushed down into the dirt nicely, so we got the good seed to soil contact. Then if I pull back the dirt, you can see that happens to be a winter wheat seed right there, planted about a ½ inch deep. And there's a sugar beet seed, and here's a rye seed right there, pushed right into the soil. This will probably be germinated by tomorrow at this time. In this nice moist soil like this, we got the sun beating down on it. Tomorrow you come back in 3 days, you'll probably see growth sticking up through these furrows where that rye will germinate. It's a very quick germinating seed. It'll be up before you know it.